Hello everyone, and welcome to my little guide, or I guess tutorial on various ways on how to farm credits. So this guide will be split into a few parts, with the first part being how to use credits. So if we take a look at the market here, you'll take a look at all the weapons and warframes, specifically the blueprints, and you'll notice that they actually cost credits to get. They usually cost 15 to 50,000 credits. Now, as you can see, there are numerous different weapons, so you'll need quite a few credits to make sure you can craft all of them. And uniquely, this isn't the only type of weapon that needs credits, because if you look at the Mark 1 weapons, you can just buy them directly for 15,000 credits. So now let's take a look at the foundry, and what you'll notice is every single thing you need to craft costs credits along with the other resources. In the bottom left, it'll say the credit price. I have haulers because my setting is set to 1999, but again, you can see that there is clearly a credit cost for basically every single item in the game, and of course it does scale with the items, so different items have different credit costs, but usually they're around the same price as the weapons as mentioned earlier. Another thing is Barricadier and something called the Void Surplus, which is a 50,000 pack you can buy that gives you random rewards. Here I got the 10 universal medallions, but there are a bunch of rewards. And as you see, all the mods and weapons and other stuff he sells also cost a couple 100,000 credits, so you'll need to farm them too. And lastly, trading. There are taxes in this game, and they're not too high, so this isn't too important. In terms of loadout for farming credits, you'll want to look at Chroma Prime as your main warframe because of his fourth ability. His fourth ability increases the amount of credits you gain in the range by about 4 times, which is a significant increase. Now, for weapons, the only one that impacts credit gain would be the Secure Electa, as it doubles credit drops on kills every time you use that weapon. Now, the way you can get that, of course, is by the parent sequence. You look at their offerings, and it's their last offering. I just bought mine with Plat from another player, so you don't need to worry about being that um, syndicate. Now, if we take a look at companions, you want to use Beast Companions because of the Loyal Retriever mod, which has a chance to double credit and resource pickups, which means when you kill enemies, you can get double credits. So now let's discuss ways to spend your credits. The first one being at NPCs. So let's travel to Iron Wake real quick. And what you'll see when I get to Paladino is that Paladino sells, or rather trades credits for some Riven Shards, the 150,000 credits that you're seeing. And this is weekly, and in my opinion, the easiest one to get, because as you're doing the missions, you're gonna get a ton of Riven Shards. So this is honestly chump change for anyone. So really easy way to get it in like 10 seconds, but it is weekly. Now, the other way, again, like I mentioned, is killing enemies. And as you can see here, those enemies dropped a few credits, and you can see that it's getting doubled down there, thanks to my pet. Now, the end of the mission also gives you credits. I got that 1900 credit reward from completing the mission, and the boosted is the doubling, and the mission is from killing enemies. And I do have a blessing, which gives a 25% boost to both affinity and credit, because those are the blessings I had. Now, one more way to get credits is if you take a look at your mod area, you'll be able to sell your mods. If you just click a bunch, you can click as many as you want, or you can use the quick select feature, which is a really awesome feature. But yeah, you can just sell the mods, and the price does depend on the rarity of the mod, so the higher the rarity is, the more you'll sell them for, as you can see. But as you play, you're going to start farming a lot of mods, so start selling them if you want to. And the last way for you to get credits is by going to your equipment, inventory, clicking only sellable, and you can actually sell items directly from your inventory here. And my recommendation is just sell items you have a lot of, not warframes or weapons, because they're necessary. Now, let's go to the first farm. The first farm will be the Legasite Harvest Farm, which of course you have to do 1999, and as you explore the mission, you'll be able to find this pink box that we have waypointed here, and my friend will drop it here, but you'll go around, find this blue key, and it looks kind of like, it'll have like its own aura. You'll pick it up, and as Chroma, use your 4, pick up the key, and open the chest, and as you can see, I started with 565 haulers, and now I have 400,000. So that's a huge profit, and this mission is also pretty fast. So if you're like mid to late game, you can do this mission fast. As you can see, it only took us 3 minutes, so really fast. Now, the second method, this is also pretty common, it's the index. The index has three difficulties: low, medium, and high risk investments. Low, you invest 30 and you get back 105. Medium, you invest 40,000 and you get back 175,000. But we're focusing on the high risk investment, in which you give 50,000 and you get back 250,000, which means you're profiting 250k. For this, you actually don't need Chroma, because I don't believe he impacts the gain, but I could be wrong. And you can usually join a random squad, because it's not Steel Path, so don't worry. You just join a random squad and they'll probably carry you if you're really new to the game. But you should be able to carry yourself, to be honest, if you have a decent weapon or a decent frame. And for this tutorial, the purpose of this video, I do have a credit booster equipped. So I'm going to be getting double the rewards that you're actually going to expect. And the way this works is there are two maps: this indoor map and an outdoor, like, frosty kind of map. And you're literally just fighting corpus enemies, kind of like a PvP match or a team fight. And as you see here, once I find an enemy right up there, you're gonna kill them, right? And they'll drop these green gems. And these green gems give you something called financial stress. If you see in the top right, in high risk, you start with 2 stacks of it already, and every additional green gem you collect will give you an extra stack. So as you kill more enemies, you're going to get more stacks, and the stacks impact you by reducing your energy gain and reducing your HP. Now, there are also bonuses you can get, and every time you bank a point, you gain 10 seconds of the timer, and of course you get that point, because you need 100 points to win a round. Now, as you'll see very shortly, once you get enough points, what happens is you have that bonus. As you can see up there, I have a banking bonus of +2 now, but I do have financial stress of 9. So I have 7 points, and 7 plus 2 is 9. It's not 9 plus 2 equaling 11. And you'll also get mods here, and mods are crucial because, again, you can sell them for credits. And it's really simple, to be honest. Every 5 index points you have gives you +2 bonus, and that +2, so if you have 9 points, you're gonna get 90 seconds back, and when you end the mission, boom, you get the 250 credits when you extract, or you can invest more and get 250,000 more. Now again, you just have to go up to 100 points, so you can do it in like one round if you want to, but as you'll see here, you actually get a ton of money, and it's also, again, a relatively fast mission. It might be a bit slower than the 1999 farm, but it's still relatively fast. And what you'll see here is that I did have that booster, so instead of that 200,000, you'll see that it's boosted, and I got 200,000 extra credits. And yeah, so in terms of warframes for that mission, the main one people try to run is Rhino. And you might be like, why Rhino? It's because of his iron skin. That provides a huge amount of overguard, so essentially financial stress does not affect you. I'm guessing the same thing works with Hildren, but I've tried and tested with Rhino, and he's always been the best for me, because you can get upwards of like hundreds of thousands of iron skin stacks from overguard. Now, another farm, of course, is Profit Taker. You go to Fortuna, you do Profit Taker, stage 4, blah blah blah. I'm not recommending this, because at the end you have to pop your 4, and you will get a couple 100,000 credits, right? The issue is, in my opinion, for newer players, earlier players, this is not a fast farm, unless you know exactly what you're doing, and this is not a Profit Taker tutorial. As you see, boom, 14 minutes, it's not worth it. Another farm that will get an honorable mention, however, is on Eris, Akkad, and this one is an older farm. I'm talking like many years ago, back when I was starting to play. This was like the farm. And for this one, this is where the Secure Electa comes into play. Basically, just run around and kill people with the Secure Electa, and boom, boom, pow, you get a ton of credits. And for now, that's honestly it. So I recommend 1999 because it is the fastest. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.